So thank you for spending your time to join us this afternoon session. We hope that you have made yourself a nice, warm, aromatic coffee and sit back and relax while enjoying this talk. For your information, this session will be recorded and be made available for you to watch again in the future. We will share the recorded session in our compilation of learning videos page, which everyone can view later. Without further ado, let's begin with our coffee talk session. Okay. First of all, we would like to introduce ourselves to you. My name is Terry Lucas. I am currently the Deputy Director of Learning Technology at Calm. You can just call me Terry.
Okay, hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm Hafizah Abdul Halim Yun, e-learning coordinator. You can call me Hafizah.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and selamat petang. Salam sejahtera. My name is Sharifah Norizan with Zain. You can call me Izan. I am the Senior Assistant Director for the e-learning unit in CALM.
Okay, thank you Hafizah and Izan for the introduction. We are from the e-learning unit of Center for Applied Learning and Multimedia. Our unit supports the e-learning needs of UNIMAS by providing training, advice, and technical support to all UNIMAS staff and students. Besides that, our unit is also helped by e-learning representatives from faculties and center too. By the way, Hafizah and Izan, what coffee are you having today for this session?
I'm having a tea.
Me too. I'm not a coffee person, so I'm having my teh bunga.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm having homemade Americano right now. So I hope that the viewers have prepared their own coffee too. Okay. Well, without further ado, let's begin with our talk today. Okay, in today's talk, we are going to cover 3 subtopics, which are asynchronous and low bandwidth online teaching mode. Hafizah will present this subtopic. Izan will follow suit with her presentation on the subtopic available eLEAP tools for the online teaching mode. The third subtopic will be presented by yours truly on tips for instructors for the online teaching mode. And finally, we will open up the virtual floor for our viewers to share their ideas and feedback on this topic as well. So those are the subtopics that we are going to cover for this session. By the way, if you have questions and comments, please feel free to type them in the chat box at the side of the screen. You can access the chat box by clicking on the button pointed by the orange arrow below. Okay. And also please remember to mute your mic during this presentation. You can unmute them during the coffee talk session at the end for the Q&A. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. So I'm going to pass the virtual microphone to Hafizah in order for her to begin the first part of the talk. Here you go, Hafizah.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Terry. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Hope you are in good condition during this movement control order. For those who want to consider in doing online teaching and learning, you can give a try to use asynchronous and low bandwidth online teaching mode. Okay, if you're not familiar with asynchronous online teaching, it means that it is not occurring at a real time, such as like live streaming. It can be called as a self-paced learning. All right. First of all, we need to know the background of the student, where they are right now during this MCO. Do they have a good internet connection? Because unstable and poor internet connectivity will be a major problem for those who want to do online class, such as like live streaming if they want to do like Zoom application. So we need to be reminded as well that students have their own family back at their home. So they need to spend their time to take care of their family members. Some of them also might sharing computer with their family members. In that case, that students might struggling if his or her family members need to use computer at the same time as their online classes. Bear in mind that not all of our students have a chance to be back at their home during this MCO. Being far away from family can give them unstable emotions, depressed, anxious, and maybe they get illness. So as lecturer, we need to consider the students' condition. So please not giving them too much pressure in online teaching and learning. Just give the student time and space to adjust with online learning transition. Okay, for the next slide, last week, has emailed to all of academic staff in UNIMAS, which is shown in this poster, that asynchronous and low bandwidth online teaching mode is recommended. But the benefits to use asynchronous mode is where the learning activities are not bounded by class time. That is the main point. They can learn when they are available to learn at their own time. It is called as self-paced learning or self-directed learning. So students with minimal internet connectivity can still access your uploaded content on eLEAP, but make sure the uploaded content have small file size. We will discuss more about this, what type of tools, content resources that requires minimum internet data for students to access your course in eLEAP. If you scan the QR code at the bottom of the poster, you will be directed to his website. Okay, like the next slide presentation. This one, which actually this website actually is available on our eLEAP website under eLEAP Guide for Course Instructor. From this website, actually you can get a guideline on how to prepare your course content, how to design and respond to activities with students, and lastly, how to provide assessment on eLEAP, which requires small file size. So for the next slide, we will go for low bandwidth digital media. If you want to put a video file as your course content, it is recommended to save the file in MP4 with low to medium quality resolution, which is about 480 pixel, or you can go to Clideo website, CLIDEO, to compress your video. Then you can embed it, the link of the video to the eLEAP. Please limit your video in maximum of 20 minutes per session, because it is not recommended to have 1 hour straight video recording, because the student might lose their focus if the duration of the video is too long. Okay, so use a black background to reduce the file size of the video and save electricity of the phone battery. Alternatively, you can also do audio recording and upload the audio file to eLEAP. You can go to onlinevoicerecorder.com to record your explanation, or maybe you can use your MP3 recorder applications from your smartphone. It's simple as that. But again, reminded to limit your audio with a maximum of 20 minutes per session, not too long like 1 hour. So if you want to use an image for the next slide, okay, here you go. Please save the image in format of JPG or JPEG with a medium resolution between 72 to 90 pixel per inch. Okay. For text, please write concise and clear sentences. If the content requires further explanation, okay, it is suggested again, you may consider a really short video or audio of you explaining that part, especially if you want to explain of concepts, formulas, and calculations. Okay, about lecture slide. Most of the lecturers prefer to use lecture slides and directly upload it on eLEAP. But it is recommended to convert your lecture slides into PDF format to reduce the file size, preferably less than 2 MB. Last but not least, if you use a web page as one of your course reference, try to avoid web page with too many advertisements, as it will distract the reading experience. So for the next slide, here is an example of a video with a size of 8 MB. then to be compressed into medium quality resolution, which is about 480 pixel. The size is reduced from 8 to 3 megabyte. Oops. Okay. Can you show the slide again, Dr. Terry? Okay, sorry, just wait for a moment. Okay, so that is for the video, but for an image, as you can see that there's not much different of the quality of the photo. But here you can see there's two huge difference from the size of almost 7.6 megabytes, and then we try to reduce the size. Okay, sorry, it's kind of technical problem.
Sorry, please don't control the presentation. Okay, thanks.
All right, so we continue again about the photo. This is when you try to reduce your resolution, photo resolutions. The size, the file size, there's a huge difference on that, from 7.6 megabyte to 90 kilobyte. So it's a good option for students who want to access your course content with images using minimal internet connectivity. So if you have any question, you can post your question in that chat box, as shown the orange arrow there, and we'll try to answer it during the presentation. And for the unanswered question, we will discuss later during Q&A session. Okay, this session will be continued again by Miss Sharifah Norizan, where she can share the available eLEAP tools for low bandwidth online learning. Okay, Kak Izan, I'll pass the virtual mic to you.
Thank you, Dr. Hafizah. All right. Okay. Assalamualaikum once again, and hello everyone. Annyeonghaseyo. Well, I hope everyone is in good health and good mood. So let me introduce myself once again. My name is Izan. My part in today's session is to introduce tools that are available on eLEAP that you can consider in order to support in designing the asynchronous teaching mode page as explained by Dr. Hafizah earlier. The tools and features that I'll be talking about are mostly, or rather, all built in eLEAP, yeah, instead of focusing on tools outside of eLEAP. So first of all, the next slide. Okay, let me introduce to you what eLEAP is. I'm sure most of UNIMAS lecturers know or familiar with eLEAP, but for those who don't, eLEAP is the official learning management system used in UNIMAS to complement the face-to-face learning that traditional. Yeah? It stands for e-learning enrichment and advancement platform, and UNIMAS has been using eLEAP since 2017 to replace the previous system called Morpheus. And like most other UAs, eLEAP uses Moodle as its platform. Yeah, so we are using Moodle. So in eLEAP, next one, lecturers can create or prepare many things, especially for this mode, which can be categorized into three main categories, which are resources. The first one is resources, and then activities and assessments. I'm sure all UNIMAS lecturers are familiar with these terms. So now I will explain the tools or features for each category. The first one is resources, which includes the course information, the course outline, calendar, your lesson plan, and of course the most important thing is the learning content, which are the slides, the web pages, notes in any readable format on computer, smartphone, tablet, such as PDF, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Excel, bite-sized videos and audios, EXE, zip files, and so on and so forth. So there are 4 features or tools on eLEAP that can be used to upload these resources. The first one is files, in which a feature where you can put a title to the uploaded files with instructions. There is, of course, an option to simply drag and drop your files on the page instead of using this file function. So you can use either one of these to upload files on your eLEAP page. Then we also have a web URL feature where you can share links to other websites or reading resources. Now, this is very straightforward. Besides these two, in eLEAP, you can also use label to display the resources, especially text and images. And you can also embed external tools, including YouTube for videos, SoundCloud, audio, Padlet, etc. And also the link to your self-recorded videos that you put on your Google Drive, or in Dropbox or in Google Drive, or OneDrive, sorry. But please also make sure not to flood your page with those embedded content. Yeah. Another option that we would like to recommend here is a web page. This is very much advisable, in which you create a single document that has HTML editor for lecturer to create content like a simple web page. So these are the features that are available on eLEAP to upload your course resources, right? Okay, next one is a simple example of the uploaded resources on eLEAP. Yeah, as you can see on the screen, we have two types of files, PDF and PowerPoint, which I uploaded using files and also drag and drop method. We also have URL from a website, a web page, and also an image as a using label. Yeah, so these are the types of resources that you can put on your eLEAP page. All right, so move on to the next slide. Is the second category, which is activities. Activities here are referring to online learning activities where students interact with lecturers and of course with each other to see if students have understood the course content that lecturers uploaded or created on eLEAP or taught in class. There are few features on eLEAP or tools that we think suitable for asynchronous teaching mode. The tools I'm recommending here are supposedly easy to set up, manage, and use. Yeah, hopefully lah. All right. One of the most common or most popular tool is a forum, which is meant for discussion. With forum, you can create a space for students to discuss on particular topic, sharing opinions and course resources. A good thing about forum is that you can give full authority or control to students to moderate the discussion. And of course, you still need to monitor what they posted lah. But forum also allows lecturers to notify students of any announcement or reminders. Yeah. So that is forum. The second activity that I'm going to talk about is a journal activity. A journal module allows teachers to collect online text from students, review the text that the students post, and provide feedback and give grades. Yeah, it is suitable for those who want to do reflection or diary-like activity on students' learning, or as a way of asking questions to lecturers from students, as its journal is only available or visible only to teacher and not to other students. So it is quite private. And journal model is very simple to use and to set up compared to forum or any other tools. Yeah. Okay. The next activity that I'm going to talk about is a choice activity. It is a poll or voting-like activity. It allows you to gain or obtain feedback from students by presenting a single question with multiple responses as possible answers. So each student can then pick up one of the given choices. The choice activities are intended to gather information and not really are not really gradable lah. Tak sesuai untuk digrade. Okay. It is useful as a quick survey of the class. Like for example, if you want to ask a student to pick a tutorial or presentation slots, or to choose destination for a field trip, or if they understood the last lecture that you had. All right. Choice activity can have limits on the number of students who are allowed to select each option. So I think some of the previous cast, they use choice to pick FYP supervisors. Yeah. All right. The fourth activity that I'm going to show here is a feedback or questionnaire activity, which is a design or survey-like activity for your student using a wide range of question types to obtain information or feedback, not to assess or test their knowledge. So this is like a quiz, but without grades. Creating evaluation form to assess student learning outcomes is a good example use of these tools, and I think has been used by some of the faculty for this purpose. The last activity on eLEAP that I would like to highlight is Wiki. Wiki is a simple tool for collaborative work. It allows individual or single student, a group of students, or the whole class to collaboratively create and edit a single document or page, and also embed image, links, media, share resources. One advantage of Wiki is that it allows you to view the history of who and what was changed in the Wiki. This is exactly like the infamous Wikipedia, which I'm sure everyone has used at least once in your life. Yeah. So yeah, these are the 5 activities that you can create or use in eLEAP for your asynchronous mode page that we think is suitable. Yeah. Now, let's move on to the next category, which is assessments. In eLEAP, there are 2 major tools or features that can be used for assessments. The first one is quiz. It is a very powerful tool where it allows you to design quizzes containing many question types. You can have in one quiz a multiple choice question, a true-false question, a short answer, an essay, but of course the most commonly used one is the MCQ. eLEAP stores all the quiz questions that you have created in question bank, which can be imported into or reused in different quiz or in different course in the future or in the same semester. If you are teaching 3 groups, then you can use the same quiz or question bank in all these groups on eLEAP, right? The quiz setting includes a wide variety of options, such as you can set the time limit, the due date, I mean the duration of the quiz, whether you want to shuffle the questions or not. Not only the questions, you can also shuffle the answers. Number of attempts to be met by students, and each attempt at a question can be automatically marked or graded by the system. So the system will do that part for you, so you don't have to mark and check one by one. And the instructor can choose whether to give feedback and show the correct answer. Another good thing on in quiz is that you can randomize the question to be displayed to students. Yeah. All right, that is quiz. We also have, besides quiz, assessment can also be done through assignment submission. This is very common. The submission can be individual or it can be group submission, where any group members can download, can modify, can re-upload, or edit the text, the file, or the text entry. Now, students can either submit files or they can write a text entry as an essay, as a report, reflection, as you can also ask them to submit a self-recorded video, self-recorded audio, slides. It can be anything that is readable on computer, on your tablet or smartphone. Now, for this asynchronous mode teaching, you are recommended to use text entry submission as it will reduce the number of files to be uploaded. Yeah, especially on the student side. Yeah. Now the question, next question is of course how to use these tools. Okay, next page. Next page, Dr. Terry. Okay, CALM has prepared some user guides to be read or downloaded by eLEAP users. Now this one here is a guide for academics, available only to academics in UNIMAS. It is available as a link on the eLEAP main page. All right, besides this user guide, this is how it looks like. Next page. Okay, so you can read and download the files from here. And besides this user guide, we have also compiled, next page, online learning videos created by our dedicated e-learning champions here in UNIMAS, which can be accessed via this link or the QR code here. This one is open for everyone, not only for UNIMAS staff. Yeah, and of course, if you have any other questions regarding the use of the tools, you can always drop us email at eleap@unimas.my. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so this actually concludes my part for now. Okay, next one. If you have any inquiries, you can type in the comment box there, or you can ask later during the Q&A session. Yeah. So, all right, that's it from me. Thank you for listening. Back to you, Dr. Terry.
Okay, thank you, Izan and Hafizah, for the wonderful presentation. Now we are in the third part of the coffee talk session. In this part, we will be sharing some tips on implementing asynchronous and low bandwidth online teaching mode. There are 10 tips so far, but the list is not exhaustive. The viewers can also suggest some tips to share with all of us here today. So let's begin with the first tip. Okay, in this COVID movement control order period, do not set a high expectation on yourself to produce high quality video production at this moment. Focus on the delivery of your content. Okay, so you don't have to edit out the oops, the and the arms, or even coughing in your video or sneezing, for example. For now, it is suffice if you can deliver the knowledge to your students as efficiently as possible. Okay, so tip 2, one subtopic to one video. If you are planning to produce recorded lectures, we would suggest creating short clips or bite-sized videos of your recorded lectures. For example, you can try to record one subtopic for one video. So instead of producing one video or one long podcast, audio podcast that covers the whole learning unit, you can opt to split them into several smaller videos. So this is what we call bite size. The third tip, focus on the learning outcome. Okay, so reflect on your specific course learning outcomes and the designated Bloom taxonomy to help you to plan for your online teaching lesson. Basically, it starts from the learning outcome to learning activities, which are formative assessment, and in the end, towards summative assessment. This is the starting point of a course to ensure that their teaching and learning delivery and assessment are aligned constructively. Okay, so tip number 4, replace assignment, not adding assignment. When giving assignments online, I think we should aim to replace assignment into an online version, not adding more assignments. We might be a bit excited to provide activities online. Still, we might get carried away by giving too many tasks for our students to do. Okay, so we have to remind ourselves not to add too many assignments, but our focus is to replace the assignment. For the fifth tip, okay, consider alternative assessment. For the summative assessment, do consider alternative assessment like project-based or e-portfolio. If it needs to be an exam-based assessment, try to conduct it via take-home exam or open book exam, right? With the current limitations that we are experiencing right now due to the MCO, the take-home exam or open book exam is a viable choice. Okay, so next tip is allow more time for students to complete the assignments. Okay, so give more time for students to work on their assignments. Okay, be understanding with them because they are also in the MCO situation. Both students and instructors alike need to understand and empathize with the uncertain and unpredictable condition that both parties are experiencing. So because students suddenly have to transition from face-to-face to online learning, so they might need some time to get familiarized with the process. So to submit the assignment through online, to do the assignment online, and even to discuss with their group mates online. So please give them more time to do the assignment. Okay. So next tip, low-tech assignments. Okay, so consider assignments that students can do at home or resources commonly available at home. For example, they can draw by hand the diagram, the concept map, the mind map, or infographic, or even timeline on paper and use their phone camera to take picture of it and submit as their assignment. So we have to go a bit low tech at the moment for in the MCO situation. Okay, but as long as they can submit their assignment and we can access them to whatever medium, okay, even though it's low tech, I think that's acceptable enough. Okay, the 8th tip, so keep your students updated. So connect with your students via WhatsApp or Telegram and provide them updates and assignments, deadlines, notification through it. Okay, if you prefer using email, use reply all so that all students in your course can also receive similar information. Always keep them in the loop. Okay, so inform them how they can contact you if they have a technical issue in completing your assignments or viewing your lectures or the resources that you have prepared in eLEAP. Okay. Okay, so do not use too many external tools at once. That's the 9th tip. Okay, so don't overwhelm yourself by using too many external tools at once. After all, you also need time to learn, right? To learn, to master, and to be familiarized with such tools. Okay, so focus for now. We would like to advise you to focus on using eLEAP or your university's learning management system if you're from outside UNIMAS. Okay. And the final tip, okay, tip number 10, okay, don't overwhelm your student with too many external tools. Okay, also do not overwhelm your students with too many tools, because you will frustrate your students because they must register to so many apps to cater to each instructor's personal preference on external tools. Okay. Right. Besides that, students also need to learn and familiarize with those external tools as well. So try to limit the number of various tools that you plan to use. If possible, stick to the ones that we suggested just now by Izan. Okay, use eLEAP tools to make sure students don't need to register new accounts, and they only use it just one time in the semester, or one time in their whole in their whole study program. Okay, so these are some tips that we are sharing with you today. Okay, we know that it's not there are a lot more. Okay, but maybe you have some tips to share with us as well. Okay, so we hope these suggestions are useful for you to consider when teaching online. We focus on facilitating students' learning via online learning, okay, through the resources, activities, and assignments that you have prepared for them. Hopefully, they can practice their self-directed learning or self-paced learning through online approach. Okay, remember that you are attempting to conduct online learning in MCO situation. It is not an ideal online learning environment that we are used to do. Okay, so a lot of restriction or limitations that be imposed to the whole country. So we cannot move around to find better internet. That's why we need to consider designing our course so that it caters to asynchronous teaching mode and also low bandwidth online teaching mode. Okay. With that, we thank you for considering delivering your teaching via online to help students in this challenging time. Okay, our advice is to start simple and keep on exploring tools in eLEAP. Besides, CALM has also prepared e-learning resources for you to refer to. Okay, for example, like CALM COVID-19 Response webpage, eLEAP Guide for Academics, and also our compilation of online learning videos. Okay, so now it's time for our participants to ask questions or share some suggestions on their own. Okay, so this is the final part of the presentation today for the coffee talk. So we would like to open the mic for everyone, okay, to give your suggestions or ideas or feedback. Okay. So feel free to unmute and ask us any questions that you are interested to ask. You can unmute your mic. Okay, so it's coffee talk time. You have any question to ask? Okay. Hi.
Amy, yeah, Amy from the site.
Hi, Amy.
I'm not curious about the open book. I've never done it. Do we participate?
Ini suara tak clear.
Oh yeah. Now?
Louder.
Yeah, can you increase your mic volume?
Actually on the Mac volume.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
on
Right.
the Mac.
Okay.
Can you hear now?
Yes, we can hear, but a bit faint, the volume.
Okay, because this is already the Mac volume.
Okay, okay.
But
Okay,
I'm just curious about the open book or the take-home exam. I've never done it before, so I'd like to know if there's a guide on how to do it.
okay. So, I think we do plan to have a guideline for everyone for UNIMAS, and we are currently working on it. Okay.
No, I'm specifically asking for the open book or the take-home exam one.
Okay, open book and take-home exam. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody? Well, the question is how to do it, is it?
Sorry?
Your question is how to do open book.
Yes, because I've never done it before, so I would like to learn how to do it.
Okay. Is there anyone from the guest from the viewers can answer the question?
Terry, can you repeat the question?
Uh-huh.
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, how to do open book exam, okay, or take home exam. So this somebody's crying. Somebody's crying. Okay. Is there anyone in the viewers can help answer? I think this one is more towards like informing your program coordinators to for your faculty deputy dean, okay, and how you want to conduct your open book test, okay, or take home exam. Okay, so I don't think it's mostly about MCQ, but maybe it's more like an essay. All right, so they have to refer to available resources through books or through online, and they try to answer. So it's not a lower level cognitive test. It's more like a bit higher level, um, higher cognitive level type of questions that you can ask in the assessment, in the open book test.
Hello, Terry.
Yes.
Prof. Ataya.
Okay, hi, Prof.
So I think,
Thank you for joining.
Sure. So I think regarding the open test, I think we're going to have our own guideline very soon. So I think at the moment, we're in the process of coming up with the guideline so that by Monday, we're going to endorse at the Senate. And then I think all the faculty member could refer to the guideline that we are endorsed at the Senate. I think at the moment, you can read whatever I think is available on other university, but I already share with a guideline by USM and also your ITM. Probably I think the dean and also the deputy dean can give some information to the staff. But I think inshallah, I think by Monday we're going to issue our guideline so that I think all the academic can use that as a guide for the especially for the alternative assessment, just like an open book, a take-home exam. I think that's all. I think Terry, very good. I think coffee talk time. If we can do it frequently, I think that is good. Yeah. Shabash.
Thank you, Prof. Yeah, this is our first time doing coffee talk time with e-learning team. Maybe if there's an opportunity, we'll do again. Okay, if there's sambutan. Is there any more questions that our viewer want to ask that we can share? Of course, it's coffee talk time, so it's not just me giving that one. Other viewers are also invited to share their ideas and suggestion or feedback as well. Okay, so we have all lecturers from the. We have some top management as well joining us, so they can also help out.
Terry?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? This is Prof. Siti from Pusat Pembangunan Pelajar.
Okay. Hi, Prof.
Hi, Terry. It's really good presentation. I just have a very quick question. As you might have known, that PPP offered about 110 co-curriculum berkredit. So most of co-curriculum berkredit, half of the instructor is actually from outside. They are from ministry, and some of them from IPG and also UITM. They are helping us to offer courses in PPD, co-curriculum berkredit. Now my question is that is there any possibility that we open eLEAP for the outsider?
Okay. All right. Thank you for the question. I think this one, it depends on the Prof Chen. If Prof Chen in the house, maybe she can help answer this question. Okay.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Prof Chen. Thank you for joining.
Okay, Prof Siti, I think your staff have already emailed us on the instructors who would like to use eLEAP, the outside instructors. So we have already allowed that. Yeah, we have already allowed that, and they can actually access as guests instead of using the UNIMAS identity. So no problem with that. Yeah, I think if they really need some basic training on how to use some of the basic tools, I think our e-learning team maybe can organize a session like this, especially for them, just to guide them on how to go through all the basic things. I think that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I'll keep in touch with you then.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Prof Chen. Thank you, Terry.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof Siti Rozia and Prof Chen. Okay, is there any more questions from the audience or viewers? Feel free to unmic if you have any questions. Is it hard to do an online course, online teaching and learning in a asynchronous or low bandwidth approach?
Hi everyone. I would just like to ask, has any faculty done open book test before? Just asking, anyone has an experience?
Okay, thank you, Prof Asri.
Anyone? No one? No answer, Terry. I think no one have had experience, I think.
Dr. Asri, kalau sorry, saya Norizan. We last for midterm exam memang ada dibuat secara online.
Hello?
Hello.
Midterm exam. So how do you conduct it? Just share experience between the faculties. How do you conduct the online exam for your midterm?
Yeah, because I'm only help to set up the quiz. Saya tak tengok macam mana dia buat lah, how they conducted the exam. But ia pernah dibuat oleh fakulti IT, saya rasa one of the course where they set up the MCQ questions about 50 or 100 in a very limited time, in maybe 1 hour, if I'm not mistaken, where they lah, yeah.
I see.
Mungkin next time kita boleh invite pensyarah berkenaan lah to share the experience. Yeah, because we only help with the technical part, tapi memang pernah dibuat oleh beberapa faculty.
Cuma I was thinking about kalau kita buat quiz secara online, kita letak that they should be answering it within a certain period of time, and then they access only once, and then maybe we can randomize the questions. Kita jumble up. Kita jangan semua running number 1 to 3, maybe kita jumble up. Cuma the problem is during this MCO period ialah lines may be cut off, you know. So kalau kita restricted, kalau they start the test and you must finish it within 1 hour, kalau line tak bagus, they may not be able to finish it within 1 hour. Itu yang saya fikir how to do it. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, maybe the time limitation might not be sesuai lah, appropriate for 1 hour might not be enough. Maybe a bit 1 day, 24 hours. Or if the students have problem, they can quickly inform the lecturers that they're having issues. So it's important that the lecturers provide them with the contact information so that whatever issue that they're having during the take-home exam, they can immediately contact the lecturers for speedy action, for whatever action that need to be taken.
I think I quite agree with what Dr. Terry said. The second alternative where there must be someone, a coordinator who is like taking charge during the exam period. Let's say during that 2 hours or 3 hours, you know, the coordinator will have to take charge. In case of there is some interruption from the student side, so students can quickly inform via WhatsApp, for instance. At least the coordinator is informed, and this will allow the students to redo, you know, to do something along that line.
Okay, thank you, Prof Chen and Prof Asri, and also Izan. Do you have any other questions or suggestions that you will share in this session?
Hello, Terry. It's Prof Wan.
Hi, Prof Wan.
Thank you very much to all the teams for this very good coffee talk.
Thank you.
I would like to answer Asri questions just now. Who has the experience in take home and open book exam? I think I have that experience during school days. It won't be enough to have a 1 hour test. Usually they will give you several days for the test, and usually the exam will be quite tough also because it is an open book. So that's what I would like to share. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof Wan. So the question asked in the open book test should ask questions that is higher in maybe in cognitive taxonomy level.
Hello, Dr. Terry.
Hi. Hi, can you introduce yourself? Okay, is there any more questions or feedback that we all can share?
Hi, Terry. This is Dr. Rohaya.
Okay. Okay, hi, Dr.
Is it clear?
Rahaya. Yes, it's clear. It's
Yeah.
very clear.
Yeah. What you call it, stay-home test or open book exam is quite common that I use for my master MBA for my courses. But like you say, it has to be the cognitive level have to be very high. And of course, in management, we use situational case study, and then even if we construct the essay, it has to be something that you cannot find in a book lah. It's really purely from the thinking assessment. And based on a similar like Prof. Wante, from the past experience through my schools, we never have the MCQ as a open or take home test lah. That's from my experience lah. Thank you very much, Terry, for good job.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rahaya. It's a good tip on how to plan for conducting take-home exam. Is there any more questions or suggestions? We hope that designing your course online through eLEAP will be a enjoyable experience. Okay, we hope that there won't be too many technical issues having, but don't worry, our e-learning team is ready to help. Okay. Is there any more questions from the audience or from the viewers?
Hello, Terry. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Samuel.
This is Samuel here.
Okay,
regarding the open book exam, I think we will have to wait for the guideline from the university so that we have a clear idea about what question that we should give to the student. Otherwise, there will be issues on the level of the difficulty of the question given to the student through open book exam. So I think we wait for the guideline from the university. Is what Prof. Hatta said just now. They will come out with the guideline. Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Samuel. Yes, there will be. It is planned that there will be a guideline produced by UNIMAS coming up soon. So let's all wait patiently for that. Also, of course, we have to do some vetting before we giving out the exam to our students, right? So that will be at the program level to help ensure that the standard of the question is appropriate for them to do as a take-home exam. Okay, is there any more questions? What about eLEAP? Is there anyone have some questions about eLEAP that we can help answer right now? Okay, looks like there are no more questions. Is it okay that we end this session for Coffee Talk? Izan, Hafizah, what say you? I think the most popular question is about assessment. Soalan cepu masa. Okay, so I think that one is a good something for us to think about lah. Because that's one of the options. How do we conduct our summative assessment? Okay, and take-home exam is one of the suggested way. Some provided by the MQA and even the professional bodies. Please wait for the guideline, right? So that's it for the coffee talk session today. Okay. Apologies for if there's any technical issues during this session, and thank you for joining us for this coffee talk with e-learning team. Stay calm and stay safe, and stay connected with us at eLEAP@unimas.my. Thank you and goodbye. By the way, okay, bye. By the way, we have the recorded session will be made available soon. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you everyone.